Hi, Danielle. I'm so excited to see you today.
I am so excited to see you too. Happy holidays, Merry
Yes,
Christmas. We are
yes,
approaching the end of the year, a very fun, festive time of year for sure.
yes, absolutely. So, we have something ultra special for everyone today. And we thought we would kind of end the year with a, a recap-ish interview, I guess we could say, right? So,
Definitely.
we have some fun things and some fun questions planned. So, let's start with this one.
Okay.
Okay, so in 3 words, how would you describe our 2025 featured ingredient series this year?
Okay. Great question. That's a fun way to start us off here. Um, okay, well, first of all, I would say fun because I feel like what we're trying to do is make some of the more practical, technical tips
Hmm.
more approachable and more fun. So I think that's my first word is fun.
Okay, great.
But then I really like how we structured it where we're very focused. So I think that would be my second word, would be
Focused.
focused,
Perfect.
because I feel like it allows us to kind of give just enough, go deep just enough on some of the tips and tricks and why we're highlighting some of these ingredients. And then the third would be um, kind of like formulator friendly. I feel like I get to email a lot of our customers, but this is kind of a different way to interact with them. And I really like that I can kind of reach out to them in a different way. And hopefully the viewers have enjoyed it. But it's just kind of like a different way to approach giving our formulator friends some information. So fun, but focused and formulator friendly, I would say.
I love it. Technically 4 words, but we'll take it.
Yes, we'll put a hyphen there.
We'll put
Formulator
a hyphen
friendly. We'll
so it
hyphen
counts as 1 word. Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So, next one. What's one moment this year that made you say, "We nailed it"?
it. I think any time leading up to Suppliers Day in New York is always
Mhm.
very, very stressful.
Yes,
And our
indeed.
marketing, yes, and
Indeed.
our yeah, but our marketing team had some incredible ideas this year that were a little bit more daunting for me than years past. And there were some incredible benchmarks that we were trying to replicate, and it just seemed a little overwhelming. We had a little extra time when Suppliers Day was this year, so I was like,
Yes.
oh, it'll be no problem. We'll be able to achieve everything we want to achieve. And then it always gets a little bit closer to the timing, and you're like, how are we gonna kind of accomplish all of this? But there was one benchmark in particular that was giving me some trouble.
Hmm.
And when we finally were able to create something with our ingredients that was similar, but also was able to highlight some of the benefits of our ingredients, it was like a sigh of relief that like we nailed it, we made it moment. And
Woo.
then we were able to present it at Suppliers Day. And so that definitely felt good. But there's always that added pressure of like the big show each year.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with you. And I'm
Yeah.
sure our audience can relate to that
Definitely,
as well,
definitely. They know
for
the feeling.
sure.
I know they do.
And I think I know what your nailed it formulation was, right? It was
Oh,
the
I should
gel
say. I guess I
with the
should say.
drop, with the gel
Yes,
with the drops, and
exactly.
you
Yes,
had to do
yes,
a
our
lot of
capsule cream.
things behind the scenes to get that to
Yes,
work because you
definitely.
kind of need a special piece of equipment to make it. But you did an
Exactly,
amazing,
exactly.
amazing job. So maybe just mention what it is and then we
Yes,
can,
that is our age rewind capsule cream.
yes,
Yeah,
it's fantastic. It's
yeah, that's it.
fantastic.
That was a fun one.
It was super fun. Okay, next up. Um, which featured ingredient sparked the most customer curiosity this year and why?
So, if I had to say, just based on the questions that I'm getting post videos or in my inbox
Hmm.
or in social media feedback, I would say either our Entive azelaic acid or our Entive bakuchiol. We got a lot of feedback on the bakuchiol. I know that consumers are always looking for kind of retinol-like
Yeah.
performance,
Hmm.
and it's great because it doesn't come with the typical irritation. I feel like I had probably the most technical discussions this year about our NT-vaseleic acid. just because customers are used to a little bit of a headache when formulating with azelaic
Yeah.
acid.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
so I feel like there was a lot of questions of hesitancy before they got a sample of the our new NT azelaic acid. But then a lot of the problems were able to be kind of resolved very quickly. So it was
Because it's
easier
such a great
questions for
product,
me.
right?
Exactly.
Because it's so
Yes.
great and easy to
Yes,
use. Right.
exactly. So yeah, the questions seemed like they were going our customers were stressed and nervous about the performance, but once they got a sample of it, it was easy. It made my job very easy because there really wasn't much technical support I needed to provide after they got working with it. But I think that was probably the top two that uh flooded my inbox with technical questions, I would
Okay.
say.
Which is great. It is great. It is great.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to tell you
Okay, yes.
what our top 5 ingredients were from our social media. And
I'm
it
very
was
interested. Yeah.
number 1, licorice root
Ooh,
from our
okay.
partner, Galen Kosum.
Love.
Number 2 was ligno base from
Okay.
our partner, Eckert. Um, Botaniplex Balance SC, another one from Green Mountain
Okay. Green
Biotech.
Mountain Biotech. Okay.
Uh, Azelaic acid, that is
Okay. There we
ours that you
go.
just spoke about. And snail mucin from Galen Kosum.
Yes. Okay. All a great list. Great
Oh,
list.
yep, yep. So since licorice root had their like moment this year, had its
Yes.
moment this year, what is one benefit that customers really seem to remember from your perspective about licorice root?
I would definitely say the like redness calming ability of the licorice
Hmm.
root is very brightening to the skin
Yeah.
too. So if you're looking for application where you want to soothe the skin but also
Hmm.
really even out that skin tone, it's really really great for any kind of hyperpigmentation, things like that. So I would say the benefits are very noticeable when it comes to soothing and calming any kind of redness of the skin, and then also evening out that skin tone. But that makes sense that that would be at the top of the list because I feel like it's hard, especially when it's in some of these Botaniplex blends.
Hmm.
There is a little bit of a color that happens. There's, the licorice root
Yeah.
is dark, so there's naturally going to be a little bit of a deeper hue. And so I feel like that's a good kind of misconception that we cleared up in 2025 too, that, a darker color, our consumers and customers are getting more and more comfortable with
Yes.
a natural look of a formulation and what
Yes.
that truly means. And it doesn't have to
Yes.
be this bright white
Right.
formulation.
Right. Right.
So when you are incorporating ingredients that are natural but also extremely beneficial to the skin, it makes sense that it's going to look a little bit different than what we traditionally have been used to. And that comes with a little bit of a darker natural color. And that's perfectly normal and perfectly fine. And that just means that there's, a whole lot of natural ingredients going to work to really benefit
Yes.
benefit
Lots
your
of
skin.
bioavailable and bioactive
Exactly.
components in
Exactly.
there. I agree with you
Yes.
100%. And also as a consumer, I feel like I have changed over
A
the
hundred
years.
percent.
When
Yes.
when I was much younger, bright white, that's what you wanted, but now I kind of feel a little bit better when I see a formulation that has some more natural ingredients and isn't perfectly bright white
I
all
totally
time.
agree.
Like,
Right. Right. Yeah.
so
There's nothing to hide. It's
nothing to hide,
it's
nothing
just,
to
yeah.
hide. Okay.
Right.
Um, a couple more, just a couple more.
Of course.
Because
No,
I'm
I
sure
love
we're
it.
getting tight on time and hopefully no one's getting bored yet. So, okay, what was your most asked question from customers in 2025? Like, was there a theme that, like, I mean, I'm sure you didn't get the exact same question, but like kind of
Right.
similar questions.
Overall theme, I would say, is texture, texture, texture. I
Okay.
feel like customers were sending benchmarks of new kind of innovative or just textures that kind of are transitioning out of skincare and applying to maybe like body care, where we're seeing more like trendy foaming things or different textures all the way through. So I would say that was probably the overarching theme of the majority of questions.
Yeah.
How can I kind of incorporate different fun, more playful? I feel like
Hmm.
that's what a lot of people are looking for. And so I would say that was definitely kind of the overarching number one question
All
was
about
how
texture.
can we, get a little bit more fun and creative when we're
Yeah.
when we're looking at textures.
Something different for the
Yes,
consumer.
exactly.
Okay. Perfecto. Okay. Two little fun things.
Yes.
What was your favorite one-liner from the entire series this year of stuff that we did together?
Okay. And this is a Caren original. So I'll quote you for my favorite one-liner, and maybe I'm like into corny dad jokes, but when we were talking about our ingredient from our partner Lygos, which is
Mhm.
Sotellus, and you segued into the conversation and you said, "So tell us about Sotellus." As corny as that may be, that was my favorite line, and it stuck with me. And I
I
can't
knew
talk
it.
about Sotellus without thinking of you going,
So
"So
tell
tell
us.
us." Yes.
We
So
have
that
had
was definitely my
endless
favorite.
giggles over that.
Yes,
Endless giggles.
yes.
Still, I'm giggling about it.
Me
I
too.
had a
Me
funny
too.
feeling that that would be it.
It
Okay.
gets me every time.
Okay, last one, last one. Okay. Finish this sentence. 2025 was the year we finally blank.
Finally blank. So I feel like we have really tried to kind of focus. I know that was one of my words.
Mhm.
So 2025, I feel like we finally kind of turned these formulation tips into bite-size content. I
Okay.
feel like we've gotten a lot better at giving, as I drone on and on and on and talk and talk and talk. We just like to talk and we like to talk about these ingredients. So, but I feel like in 2025, we are working on kind of just giving you the headlines and the footnotes and
Mhm.
hoping that you reach out to us for kind of everything in between. So that I feel like we're we're on the right
So
path of
so your word
figuring
would be
this out.
focus.
Yes.
I'm glad it
Yes.
was not a different F word.
I'm really into alliteration today, apparently.
You
I'm
really
coming up
are.
with all
And
these
I
F words.
find it very funny that you chose all F words.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we'll end on that high note here right
There
now.
we go.
But just to give a shout out, we've really actually I've had a great time this year working with
So have
you,
I.
doing all of
So have I.
these
Yes.
entertaining, at least entertaining to us. Hopefully
It's
other people find them entertaining
right.
too, but we are entertained. Just so you
Yes.
all know, we entertain ourselves very much, and we hope that we can bring that same entertainment to you. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much, everybody, for joining us all year. We
Yes.
hope to have bigger and better things on the agenda for 2026. So hopefully you
Definitely.
will continue to keep tuning into us. And a big shout out to our in-house editor in
Yes.
chief, Liz Collins. So thank you,
Yes.
Liz, for everything that you do to get us edited, which
All
we
the behind
need,
the scenes work.
all behind the
Yes.
scenes and out into the universe. So
Yes.
thank you, everyone. Happy and healthy holidays and happy, healthy, prosperous 2026. And we'll
Yes.
see you. We'll see you all on the
We'll
flip
see you
side.
soon in 2026. Sounds good.
Ciao.
Hi, Karen.